Hello everyone, welcome to one more new video. Today we are going to see the types of centrifuges and how to utilize them. Now basically you all know what is a centrifuge. The separation occurs on the basis of size. So centrifuge is a machine which is basically used for the separation of molecules based on their density or their weight, you can see. So if you want to separate something on the basis of density, you can utilize. But many a times what happens is our sample quantity is small. In that case, we should go for the use of mini centrifuge. So here you can see this is a mini centrifuge which we have. You can see the screen or the display on which the timer is mentioned, that is minutes. So you have to set the timer with the help of this. These are the arrows to set the time, up arrow and down arrow. So you can increase or decrease the time or duration based on with the help of these arrows. Now these are the on off buttons, and here RPM into 1000. Now what is RPM? Revolutions per minute into 1000. So these many number of rotations per minute will occur, and you can increase or decrease the RPM with the help of these two buttons. Now let me show you the internal structure of it. Now internally you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 empty spaces are there where you can put your append-off tube. So these are the only tubes which can go in this kind of centrifuge. So the capacity of this append-off is 1.5 ml. Whenever you are putting any kind of tube with a sample into it, into the centrifuge, make sure that both the tubes, your centrifuge should be balanced. If your sample is in one tube, in other tube you can put water of the same volume. Okay, suppose you have taken 0.5 ml of sample, so you will put 0.5 ml of water into the another tube and you will put it in front of each other in order to balance it. Okay, in this manner you will put, so that the balancing will occur. Never ever you have to run the centrifuge with one tube or odd numbers of tube. Okay, you have to balance it with 2, 4, 6 number of tubes, and make sure that the volume which is taken into the tubes is same. Okay, now I'm going to close it and I will make it on. Okay, so I have to set RPM first. 1, 2, 3. I have set as 3 RPM. 3 into 1000, that is 3000 RPM. Timer I want to set as 2 minutes, say for example. And now I will press the button on. So it has now started. It will give a beep after 2 minutes. Then you have to remove the samples and see whether your contents are separated or not. Now we are going to talk about the cold centrifuge. Suppose you want to you are working on a protein or the molecule which is temperature sensitive, then you have to go with the use of cold centrifuge. So today we will be talking about cold centrifuge. So here you can see here is a rotor having 24 capacity of 24 append-off tubes. The tubes which go into it are append-off tubes, simple append-off tubes of 1.5 ml capacity. Same is the rule for this. You have to balance with the equal volume of samples, and you have to balance it with 2, 4, 6 or odd numbers in front of each other. You are supposed to keep the tubes. That is the same rule for operation of this. Now these are the rotor type of tubes having the capacity of 200 ml. If you have a larger sample size, then you can go with swinging bucket type of rotor. So these type of rotors are there which has these kind of tubes, and you can put that and use this as a swinging bucket type. Now we will go to the another type of rotor which has capacity of 8 tubes, and these kind of tubes go into this, wherein you can see these kind of tubes having a capacity of 40 ml. Okay, almost 40 ml of volume goes over here. Similarly, you have to lock it properly and you have to insert these tubes, and then you have to put this rotor into the centrifuge in this manner. Okay, and you have to cover it with the lead. Okay, this is the lead of the rotor. So these are three types of rotor. Another type of rotor which we have is this particular rotor, which has a tube capacity of 15 ml will go into this particular kind of rotor. It has a lead. In this manner, the rotor has to be fixed. Now I am opening this rotor. These tubes of capacity 15 ml will go into it. You have to close the lid properly. You have to put the tubes into it, okay, and like this you have to put in front of each other. Make sure that you balance it with the equal volume of sample. Now for a time being I am removing the tubes and showing you now how to set it. Here is the model given, capacity given, and maximum RPM. So this is rotor number 15 with the capacity of 12 tubes, 15 ml, and how much RPM you can set, that is also given, 18,000. So accordingly you have to refer this chart, and after referring this chart you are supposed to operate the machine. Okay, so now I will close the lid of this and I will try to set up. I will try to show you the setup. Everything is properly set. Now it is checking up the systems and the memory. Now as I have already used this setup previously also, so the information already has been fed to this particular machine about the RPM, about the RCF, about the temperature, and I have already set the timer of 2 minutes. Now I will just press the set button for setting up and I will start it. So in this manner we have to utilize this. So I will now start the machine. So in this manner you are supposed to utilize everything. So slowly the speed will increase and you will get the separated solutions. Thank you so much for watching.